Ladies and gentlemen, as we continue on with the 82nd Airborne theme for this evening, let's discuss Albert Clark. Sergeant Clark was A Company of the 504 Parachute Infantry Regiment, 82nd Airborne. He was in Africa, but he jumped at Sicily, he jumped at Salerno, and he was the 1st Battalion of the 82nd Airborne. They kept in Italy, fighting in the mountains of Italy, while the rest of the division was withdrawn to England to prepare for the Normandy invasion. So Mr. Clark, or Sergeant Clark, did not participate in Normandy. He was still in Italy at the time. He did participate in Market Garden, where he was hit by a German mortar. I remember him talking about being up on Hill 424 at Salerno. Hill 424, Altavilla were the commanding heights of the Salerno invasion. And it went back and forth between the Germans and the Americans, the Texas 36th Infantry Division and the Germans, 5 times before they dropped the 82nd Airborne on the beach, and they climbed the mountain and took Hill 424 and never gave it up. Actually, they ended up calling in shipboard artillery on their own position in order to stop the Germans from overrunning them. Albert liked to muse about a story. They had a guy in their outfit called, I think it was Schmitz or something like that. He was a German American. He was raised in Germany, but had become an American citizen, and he was in the 82nd Airborne. When they were on Hill 424, he was calling out orders to the Germans in German, and the Germans were obeying those orders, and he was moving them into positions that they could fire on them with small arms or drop mortars on them. I remember him talking about the Germans coming up the hill, and they could see those, they always call them coal scuttle gray helmets bouncing up and down. And he said they were using those helmets as targets. They were head shooting the Germans. And apparently once the Germans got up there, they were pretty upset that they were all getting headshot. So Albert Clark, he went through quite a bit of the war. I guess Market Garden took a big toll on the guys, because I know several of them that went all the way through and they got hit at Market Garden. But Albert Clark, he had a camera that the captain allowed him to take pictures, and he took some photographs on the top of Hill 424. If I could find them, I'd love to show them. But it showed 36 Division guys that were laying in a ravine, and they were obviously seeking cover, and it looked like they'd been hit by a airburst. The Germans had popped artillery in the air above them, and even though they were seeking cover on the ground, they were hit while they were in their trenches. There was American machine guns and mortars that were knocked out. It was apparently a very brutal battle, 424, going back and forth. So 82nd Airborne saved the invasion at Salerno. Because they took Hill 424 and kept it, the Germans ended up retreating after multiple attempts to take it. So again, hats off to the 82nd Airborne, Airborne all the way. Albert Clark, God bless you.